Hello, Cherries, and welcome to Live Cherry Sunday, episode 201. And in today's video, I'm going to show you modes and how they work in music. And this is really a cool subject because I love modes, and it's very important. So I'm always thinking of different ways to explain them and play them. So this is a really fun way too. So I have some graphs here that I'll show you, but let me just give you a little taste of what I'm going to be doing here today on Sunday. So happy Sunday to you. And I have a little loop that I created, and we'll take a little pass at it. Check it out. It's a C sharp minor to A major. And you have an A. Hello, Scott. So we can beef it up a little bit. That's why I had another loop here. And I guess it didn't take. Oh well. I had a crunch one. Maybe we'll create a loop later and do that. But if you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hello, Scott Olson. Good morning. Eisenkeller, greetings. Trilling. Hello, Pekka Blues. So good to see you. So we're gonna have a good time today with this with some modes. And I had this other loop right here. Check this out. And it was it started something like this. It did erased this clean stuff and had a crunch in one. Check it out. We'll create one real quick. This is strumming at this beat right here. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little more fun, right? All right. That's a little bit more fun, a little more crunchy. So, all right. So we're going to get into this right now and have some fun with modes. We got some questions over here popping out. Aloha. Oh, are you in Hawaii right now? So, check this out. Let me go over to here, to the screen right here. Show you how easy this is. These are the modes, 7 modes, and it's all Greek to me. But seriously, folks, these names, I guess, all derive from the Greek, and we got it's basically the major scale right there: Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If we were to be on the, if we were to start on the E, right here you have, because we're in the key of E right now today. So you have the major scale: E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, and E. Also called the church modes. You're absolutely correct, Becca Blues. And yeah, these are sometimes confusing to people, and I know it sure was to me for a long time. But and I love watching videos on modes. I love learning on modes because it seems like there's always something new you could learn from them, even though it's the same thing, you know. But there's different approaches that people take with them, and when you watch all the different approaches, it really opens up your mind to them. And now, you know, what a lot of people show you with modes is they show you all the positions of the 7 positions. And that's all really, really, really good to know. Like we were pretty much at the very beginning, we played in this one position right here, the minor position. And let me show you that real quick here. So we'll get out of this picture. I'm going to go right to here. Now, that's one of them right there. But we're going to start with a different. We're going to start with I believe, this shape. Actually, no, not that shape. This shape, which is the 5th mode. I mean, if you started on B, like that, I think this is a great position right here. It's the 5th mode. It starts on B. It's the Mixolydian mode. But really, it all depends on what the chord is behind you. Like, we want to keep this, instead of playing an E, I'm going to use the relative minor, C sharp minor. Because a lot of times, you know, we play minor pentatonic, you know. So this position is very close to the minor pentatonic. If you look, here's C sharp. There's the minor scale. Minor pentatonic. The minor scale. Oops. So really just adding a few notes. 2 notes to be exact. Because the minor pentatonic you have. You can add the rest of the notes. You add the 2nd. The 6th. Keep going down. Howdy, Robbie. Give you a round of applause. All right. So any questions about this stuff so far, let me know. I just think this is a really good position, one of them. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to just kind of run through these positions so that it's easy for us here. This first position, E major, it's like this. That's the first shape, 3 notes per string of the E major scale, or E Ionian mode. Okay. So the next one, if we started on F sharp, it's the Dorian mode, but it's the same exact notes as the first one. So it's like this. And I know you've probably seen this before a million times, so I'm going to show you a really cool trick in just a minute once we roll through these. Right? And so the next one, and if you want a PDF of these charts right here, just email me, info@cherry. I'll shoot it right over to you. Check this out. Starting on G sharp, you got the Phrygian mode. And then, next, you have the 4th degree starting on A. You have the Lydian mode. Pretty cool sounding scale right there. And then starting on the 5th degree, you have the Mixolydian. And 2 more in here. Starting on the 6th degree, C sharp, you have the Aeolian. Oops. And last but not least, starting on the 7th degree, you have Locrian mode. Weird one, huh? All right, so one of the benefits of this is, I'll show you in just one second. One of the benefits is that you could take these positions and just play inside them. So like, for instance, check this out. You know, a lot of times, you could take this mode right here, the 6th degree. Where is it? Right here. Let me just block that out, close that. You know, a lot of times people will take, not this one, this position right here, because it starts on C sharp minor. Like if I had this this loop right here, it's just a C sharp minor, you know, like this. Now this is the scale that matches the minor scale, the Aeolian. It's a minor scale. Right? So you have that. Going right up. Wow, where'd that come from? It's a good idea for a song, right? So, and you can play the C minor scale anywhere in here, right? C minor pentatonic you could just play. Or just play the C minor scale. So that's a really, really cool idea. But the trick is too, okay, so why limit yourself to just that? You know, you have the E major scale right here. What if you have a C sharp minor chord here, like this, looping? You know, the parent key to C sharp minor is E. The relative major is E. So we're in the key of E major. So here's the E major scale, 3 notes per string. Right? But we want to focus on the C sharp note in this position. So now here's C sharp. now I can play down here, C sharp. So it's pretty cool. All right. So if you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Pekka Blues. I like your 3 tones per string approach, which I'm not fully used to. Yeah, well, these are 3 notes per string, and it's really helpful to, you know, I think you could play the scales obviously any way you like to. 3 notes per string is just one way of doing it, and a lot of people find it easy to memorize the modes that way, and you can do a lot of fast stuff with this too, with 3 notes per string, which is really, really handy. But what I think is really, really cool about it, as well as 3 notes, is that it gives you the 7 positions on the neck, and it allows you to play things differently. Like, for instance, like over this loop right here, you know, we started off playing up here. You know, play the C sharp minor up here. What about down here? Played in a slow position where the E 3 notes per string was. So, you know, you're not limited to just up here. You play down here as well. You don't really have to learn or memorize too much, because once you know these 7 positions, then you can play inside them, which is really, really cool. Like another one right here, if you were to, instead of this E position, what about the second position starting on F sharp? Oops. Do inside here like this. Check it out. You find the F, you find the C. Right here. So that's another position. So now you're over here on the neck, which is really, really cool because the notes all sound different all over the neck, right? I mean, you could play up here and they sound one way. Not only is the pitch is higher, obviously, but there's a different quality of sound playing in different parts of the neck. You know, I know you have the same notes everywhere, but, you know, a note like right here, it's going to sound a little bit different than C sharp right here. Or C sharp down here. You hear the differences? Or C sharp down here. Or a C sharp right here. They get a little brighter, a little, you know, a little more open sounding, you know, different strings, right? Like the Rush song, Different Strings. Ever hear that one? Is that on Hemispheres? Different hearts beat on different strings. That's one of my favorite lyrics from them. Any Rush fans out there? I'm not like a huge Rush fan like a lot of people are, but there are a lot of songs I love by them. So if you're enjoying this video, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I go live every Sunday. And this is one of the most fun topics that I like to talk about and show here. Love it. Ooh, a little bit out. Let's see if we can fix that. Why not use a tuner? I hate tuners. I mean, I always use tuners in a live setting, playing with a band. But when you're under the microscope and you hear this is just the guitar, I don't think any tuners put you perfectly in tune. So that's just me being quirky. Scott Olson, to me, a top 5 band for me. Rush, yeah, for sure. They're great. Cygnus, number 1. Wow, that sounds like one of the modes that we're playing here today. So very, very, very cool. All right. So now let's check this out. Another benefit to this is, say you have a, say you have something a little bit more complicated than just one chord. You have 2 chords like this. We'll go from the C sharp minor to an A. One of the cool things about that is that with using modes, say you're in, let's see, this one position right here that we're in. We'll get out of this one for a second. We'll go down to this mode that we're in. This really popular shape right here. So I see the C sharp all over here. So the next chord is A. So you just see all the A's within here. Here's the A. There's the A. So I don't have to jump down to the A down here. Play it in this position. So if you have something like this, a progression that goes C sharp minor, you get all the C sharps here. Here's the A. Any questions about any of this stuff, please let me know. Hopefully you're enjoying this. If you are, hit that like button. Oh, we have a question down here. Yeah, please ask me some questions. Hopefully I can answer them. Okay, I want to resolve the C sharp A with an F. I want to resolve the C sharp A with an F. What does that mean? I want to resolve the C sharp A with an F. Well, the C sharp right here, this chord, C sharp A. I want to resolve the C sharp with an F. C sharp A. Well, there's no F in here. There's F sharp in this scale. You know, want to resolve the C sharp minor right here to the A here. But there's no F in this key beat, F sharp. So be right here. Now the F sharp is the third of A. Once you could do that, if that's what you're talking about right there, playing over the C. No, I'm sorry. This F sharp right here. It's the fourth of the C sharp, and it's the sixth of the A. It would sound like this. More of a leading tone, the F sharp. Like a major pentatonic. Check it out, a super chat from Incal 71, $4.99. That's so cool. Thank you so much for that. Hardly ever get any super chats. That's really cool. Any exercise that you recommend for getting fast at sequences? Yeah, absolutely. One of them would be something like this. You know, if you were to take any one of these positions and do just do stuff like that. Kind of what's good about the 3 notes per string, but practice it with a metronome. Just kind of go. Let's go up the strings. And then down. It's a good exercise. You know, one that I learned a long time ago, just going up the strings like this. Different positions, and then going down, ascending. And then different fingers, like. I'm doing it this way. Lots of good stuff like that, for sure. But practicing to a metronome and practicing it slow and clean is really the right way to go, unlike what I was just doing. You know, just kind of really slow and clean, kind of like a What's great about these 3 notes per string patterns is that you could really kind of burn through them, and it keeps your fingers, you know, all in one shape. So hopefully you're enjoying that. So far, any more questions, let me know. Let's see. Scott Olson. I'm playing your chord. Oh, I'm playing your chord, Stormy. 2 bars of C sharp, and then A, then F to an A. Normally, if I would put up. I just don't know where that F comes in to this scale, because there's an F sharp in here, unless that's what you mean. Again, no, don't be quiet. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. For sure. And okay. It's much harder doing the tune-up per string sequence. It's much harder doing the tune-up per string. Or do you mean 2 notes per string sequence and getting them fast, like Joe Bonamassa. So yeah, it's a lot easier to sound faster with 3 notes per string for sure than the pentatonic. At least for me as well. You know, playing just 2 notes down there. You know. All that stuff. positions of the pentatonic. That's some tough stuff. So 3 notes per string is a little bit easier because, you know, you have 3 notes there, and you can play 3 notes in the sequence. And the good thing about that too is that if you look at what's happening on my picking hand right here, is that you're going down, up, down. You're doing a triplet, down, up, down. You're starting down, down, and up. So the first sequence is down, up, down. Then naturally, it will be up, down, up. So if you were to switch strings, say you're ascending, you're going down, up, down. So if you're doing a triplet per string, first you're going down and up on the second string. Up, down, up, down, up. So the pattern is very helpful as well. Kelvin Rabbit Stevens. Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you. Kevin, give you a round of applause for that. Look at this. Scott Olson, give me a super chat. $10 from Scott Olson. Give you a round of applause for that too. Wow. I never get any super chats. Now I'm getting a couple of them today. That's really, really cool. Thank you very much. I will buy my, even though I had a coffee already today, I'll get my afternoon coffee on you. Thank you very much, Sir Scott Olson. And everything tastes better in my Jerry Cherry mug, obviously. I'm still drinking coffee. So what are you drinking out there? I know it's beer o'clock somewhere. So, man, yeah, I just love playing guitar, you know. You know, as hard of work as this could be sometimes, you know, at the end of the day, we're just playing guitar, you know. It's just fun. You know, I played a gig last night in Connecticut. I think it was called Easton. I called it Weston. And they agreed with me. They probably were just humoring me. And, oh, you have a Jerry Cherry mug? That's right. You sure do. That's very cool. And I was playing in a really rich part of Connecticut. It was a private party. Is there an ambulance going by? We are in Brooklyn, New York. And so it's really nice out there. I'm a sub in an 80s band, and they called me up last week because they needed me for a gig. They're called the Ronald Reagans. It's an 80s tribute band, really, really great band, and we played all the big hits, you know, the 80s, all the standards, everything from Madonna to Loverboy to the new waves of the Go-Go's and modern English and you name it, up to the heavy stuff, to Van Halen and Whitesnake, Guns N' Roses, all the classics, you know, like a... I'm not going to play the riffs because I don't want to get any copyright claims. And, you know, but some of this 80s stuff, man, it's like, it's very hard. Some of the solos are very hard. And there's one in particular, Here I Go Again, from Whitesnake. And that's just a nightmare of a solo, you know. Especially for me, because I don't really play 80s in an 80s band too often anymore. You know, I'm just a sub in a few bands around, and they'll call me a couple times a year to come in and fill in. So then I got to brush up on all the stuff and all the solos. And that song always gives me stress because it's a really hard solo, and Here I Go Again. Besides the, you know, the melodic beginning, you know. Then that really fast run, which I can't do really that well. You know, it's really, really a burner. So you really got to practice the heck out of that for hours and days or weeks or years before the gig. And, you know, I get 4 days notice to play this gig and they want to play Here I Go Again. And of course the whole night goes great. Everything's great. That song comes up and in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, here, this run's going to come, you know? So I messed up the easy part before that, like this lick, you know, where it's like, you know, that part. I messed up like all that. So it's like I messed that up already. And then go into the fast lick, and it's like, and so of course I messed that up. So it's like, that kind of stuff kind of bums me out a little bit, you know. Because if I was watching from the audience and I saw the guitar player botch it, I'd be like, ah. So it's almost like, you know, I recommend in that situation, and what I should take my own recommendations, it's just to simplify it, you know. Just come up with another riff. And I thought about it too, just come up with something simpler. You know, if you don't play that stuff all the time and keep up your speed and dexterity, you know, it's really, really hard, you know, to do, especially a solo like that. So, I mean, and there's a lot of people that kind of do it differently. I've even seen Whitesnake themselves play it differently. No one really plays that solo. Actually, I did a video teaching that solo, and I nailed it for that. So if you want to watch that video, I did a guitar lesson on Here I Go Again, and I nailed it because, you know, you're working on it forever, and you could get it once. That's all you gotta do is get it once. But in a live situation, it's, you know, you can't really depend on luck and just getting. That's what I was really depending on. That maybe some magical spirit of Adrian Vandenberg will just enter my soul and into my hands and just kind of play the solo for me, you know. But that didn't happen. As much as I was wishing for that to happen, it didn't happen. So I screwed it up. Oh well. So let's see, Beer O'Clock in Sweden. Becca Blues from Sweden. All right, man. I really would love to go to Sweden someday and see the avatars. The avatars. No, that's in London. What am I talking about? That is in London. Confusing the Swedes over there in London. So let's see. Jeffrey Port. How do you learn all those songs for a gig? Well, that's a really good question there. And you know, I'll get a set list that's like 40 songs, 2 sets, 20 songs each, and you know, I've played all of them many times already. So I'll run through them all, and I'll also have different tunings for them because there's you know, a lot of, if I'm going to play along with the MP3s, a lot of them have been pitched for certain whatever reasons, sped up, slowed down. So I have to tune my guitar to each one. So I'll go through all of the songs that are in standard pitch first, so I have to keep tuning, and then I'll play all the songs that I have to tune up like a sense on it. And I have them actually charted of what songs have 1 cent sharp, 2 cents sharp, 3 cents sharp. So I'll tune up 1 cent, and I'll play all the songs that have 1 cent tuning. Then I'll tune up a little bit more, like 2 cents sharp. It's weird, I know, but at least I'm able to play along with a song that I'm in tune with, instead of being lazy and just playing the guitar, you know, flat or sharp to a song. It just sounds terrible that way. But yeah, so very, very cool question. So let's see. Now let's get back to this. Let's see, I would, you know, always consider thinking of the parent key too. We're in E major, right? E major. Go flat there. Close enough for rock and roll. E major. Just use the tuner. What the heck? That was a little flat. A B string. G string. A little flat. I'm going to do a whole video on just tuning one day because it's really tricky. Shouldn't be. Should just plug into the tuner. That's it. Of course, everything went flat because It's really hot in here. I keep the air off when I do these lives because you'll hear it in the back. So, all right. E is always a little flat right there if you're tuning to this. Hear that? I like to tune that up to there. So that, it's more in tune there. So hit an A chord. And then the B will be a little. All right, close enough for rock and roll, right? All right, so always thinking of the parent key right here, the key of E. So I'm playing in C sharp. So if I'm playing C sharp anywhere, I know that the E major scale is in there. I know there's 3 notes per string pattern, like we did here. You know? I know the same thing up here. So if I'm playing up here, C sharp minor, I know with this position, which is cool. I know this E major scale is right here. So I know how to extend this scale because I could see the E major scale. There's the E. Right? Right there. And the way that I went to A before, I went from C sharp minor I just created a chord progression of some of the chords that are in that key. So I took the relative minor, C sharp minor, and I just went to the 6th chord of C sharp minor, which is A. Or it's the 4 chord of E. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, depends on how you look at it. So when you go to the A, that is the 4th degree of E. So it's, you know, Lydian mode. Has that sound to it, you know, that Lydian sound that Joe Satriani and Steve Vai always talk about, that real spatial. I mean, it sounds like it. It sounds like an alien coming down, right? Like a, you know, that sound is kind of like. These are all A's with the sharp 4 in there. Like that. So, you know, if you're playing C sharp minor, and you know that C sharp minor, if you go to A, anywhere on the neck, here's A, you could play that Lydian sound there. And I'm also seeing the parent key of E. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's just a framework. If I see the A here, if I know the major scale, E major scale, in this position, Well, I know all the notes that I could play to extend this A run right here. There's an A Lydian right inside the E major scale. Then I'll find the C. Just like this progression. Here's the A within the, I'm just playing the major E major scale. You make a mistake, do it again so people think that you did it on purpose. Having some fun, getting carried away. All right, thank you, John. Very, very cool. Give you a round of applause. Kind of gone off the rails a little bit, you know. I always do that. I can't help it. I start off by saying I'm going to be safe. I'm going to, you know, stay on points. And it always goes off the rails. But at least I'm aware of it, right? So any questions about any of this stuff, let me know. I have my 30th Street guitar shirt on here that I got just the other day. I was in the shop. It's a music store here in New York. It's actually, you would think it's on 30th Street, but it's actually on 27th Street. So if you're looking for this place, you know, you're on 30th looking around, where the heck is 30th Street Guitars? It's on 27th. They moved a few years back. But they kept the name because why not? So 30th Street Guitars was on 30th. Now they're on 27th. And it's great, great shop. Hardly anything new in there. Tons of guitars, all old stuff and newer stuff, but nothing brand new really as far as guitars go. And great luthiers there. Bring my guitar in there to Matt. He sets it up and he does such a good job that I never have to bring it to him for years. So yeah, really cool. Hopefully I made some sense of this here today. And any questions about this, let me know. If you're watching later on, send me a message in the comment section, and I'll try to, make it a little bit clear for you right here. And like I was saying, if you want a copy of the PDF of all these charts, all the shapes, let me know. Email me at info@JerryCherry. I'll shoot that right over to you. And let's see, anything else here that's... I made a couple notes here looking at. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you a question. Something maybe you could help me with this. When I show these graphs, like this, for instance, let's see. Say I show this first thing right here. Do you think it would be more helpful if it was in reverse? Because a lot of times, people they show different graphs different ways, and to me, I've seen it go the opposite way. Like picture this in reverse to where you're seeing the graph like you would my guitar neck. So you would see the notes like mirrored that, like you would see it going the other way. Just like you would see it like this, following my fingers going down. How can I explain that? Instead of playing D sharp here. Actually, that is what I'm playing right now. They are perfectly fine to me. Okay, so because the way you're looking at this is if you're looking down on your headstock, on your neck, you're looking down and you're playing up the scale like this. And a lot of times it's confusing to people. Top down like you have it. Okay, so you like top down? Because sometimes people have it in reverse, where it shows like the same exact looking pattern as the neck right there. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it would look just like the neck going down. But in a way that is matching my fingers. So I'm not even quite sure what I'm trying to say here. There is a reversed way that's that's what I mean. So it would be not reversed, it would be from top of the graph. You would see like the bottom string would be up on the top like that, matching it, where it'd be like this, it would be on the top of the graph. And sometimes that looks easier to me. That's why I'm mentioning this, to see what you think about it. Because sometimes when you see the actual chart matching what it looks like on the neck, it becomes maybe a little bit clearer to some people. But if you feel that these charts like this, these graphs work good for you, then I will keep it that way. I'm glad I'm not. So keep it, Jerry. It's like you see the neck in playing position, which makes sense. Okay, so top down, K9. K9! Woof, woof. Great name. Top down like you have. That's really, really cool. Okay, so I'll keep it going top down. That's all right. So I was thinking about just changing it up a little bit and trying it in reverse. But you like the top down, so I'm sticking with it. So if anybody else in the future sees this and they have any suggestions for that, let me know in the comments. That would be really, really helpful. And all right, let's see here. Anything else? Now I just think it's a good exercise to go through all these patterns, because the thing is, you play differently. Not only does it sound different, but when you play in these patterns, it's just quite a different thing playing inside this pattern or playing inside here, for instance. Here's an A Lydian position. Look where the C sharp is here. It's on my pinky. Like technically I wouldn't normally have my pinky, like I'm playing here C sharp. And my pointer. But now I have my pinky playing the C sharp. So it gives me a different idea for riffs, like or this chord, this arpeggio. You know, to the F, like that. It caused me to play differently. Right there. In that position. Here it's the C sharp here. The A. C sharp here, like this. You know this note right here. Like it's just a good area to play fast. This position right here. So different areas on the neck cause you to play differently. Like we'll do one more here real quick. What is this one? The Phrygian shape. G sharp. So E major scale, but just starting on G sharp. Oops. Where's the C sharp inside here? Check it out. Pack of blues, gotta leave. All right, we're gonna wrap this up in 1 second, but check this out. This position right here. C sharp minor in this position. And it's really tough right here too. It's a good feeling part of the neck. You can really chug into it. You can do all that kind of stuff. Up here. You have this position. Here's the A right there. we went off the rails. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys. I know it was crazy day today. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I go live every Sunday when I can, which is every week. But sometimes I have to make it Monday because I'm coming home from a gig or something. Let's check real quick next week here if it's going to be on a Sunday. Next Sunday. Let's see. Next Sunday is November 3rd. And yes, next Sunday. All right, back to the regular scheduled Sunday, like God intended it, intended it to be. So, you guys are awesome. Any questions, let me know before we wrap it up here today, or leave questions in the comments section. And what are your favorite modes? I want to know that, you know. So far, we've really only played, like 2 modes in this. We played the Aeolian mode, we played the Lydian mode over the C sharp and the F sharp, no, the A chord. Because really, you know, the modes only count when it's based on the chord that you're playing. You know, if this loop had an E major chord, then we'd be playing E major or E Ionian. And, or if it had an F sharp minor chord, we played the same scale, it'd be Dorian. If it was a G sharp, it would be a Phrygian mode. A is the Lydian when we played over the A chord. B would be a Mixolydian if there was a B in there. C sharp minor is Aeolian because we played the C sharp minor chord. If we played a D sharp minor 7 flat 5, we'd be playing over Locrian, and then E again, E major. But it's such an extensive topic, the modes, that, you know, I'm trying to just simplify it, and hopefully you got something out of it. We played the Aeolian mode over the one static C sharp minor chord, and then we did a progression with the C sharp and then the A, which went from a, you know, to the back and forth, teetering between Aeolian and Lydian. Let's see, we got some questions here from Rajesh. How's it going, Rajesh? Give you a round of applause for this great question. I haven't even read it yet, but I know it's going to be good. Hey, Jerry, do you ever relate caged shapes to modes? That's a great question. Relate caged shapes to modes, except caged is pentatonic related 5 shapes, but modes have 7 levels. E major, start with the E shape, for Ionian, Dorian, D shape, example. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a great thing because, you know, you take your, for instance, just do it. We're going to wrap it up here in a second, but I'll just do a quick explanation of this. So, like, in the example of this, for example, C sharp minor that we've been playing in, right? I did the progression right here. Then I went to A. Well, this shape right here, it's the A minor shape, like an A minor right here. Put it up on this close-up camera so you can see maybe a little bit better. And I'll get rid of this. This thing right here. Okay. So say A minor shape. Look at that. Sunlight's coming in. A minor. But you're here in C minor. So it's the minor shape, A minor shape. Now, because you know that shape, you play the modes, you play the relative minor right here, starting on this finger. If you played, you know, E, it's the E shape, it's an A shape E right here. You play the A major scale right here. If you're playing E right here, play E major. Or, you know, you're playing E, but you want to play, say for instance, this A right here, because we played the C sharp minor. I know that that's the 4 chord, right, of E, so I play E, A Lydian here. C.A.G.E.D. If you played the A chord in instead of an E shape, you played it in a D shape. Just like that, right? You could play its, play the A scale right over there. Whatever mode you want to play. If it was A Lydian, you could play it right just like that, like. Wherever you are. So it's good to kind of understand where the scale is right here. That's part of that Lydian scale. Starting there. That's the D shape, A. Weird, huh? Lydian. Like to see. Here's the E shape, minor. E shape over the C sharp minor, E shape. If I wanted a different mode, if I wanted to play the Phrygian dominant mode over this, or harmonic minor. So it's all based around these shapes right here too. So it's a pretty extensive topic or conversation right there. That's the beauty of the C.A.G.E.D system, is it's a really good foundation to play everything around. All the pentatonic scales, major scales, modes, every one of them in the same position. So here's this C sharp minor here. Just played the minor scale over that pentatonic. Or the pentatonic scale, or any other mode. So you don't want to play anything. You want to play a Phrygian mode. Oops, like this. So playing a Phrygian type of feel right there. Right in the same area. So hopefully that answered your question a little bit there, Rajesh. And Roberts. Is G sus the same as C2 over G? G sus. Let's see, here's a G. Here's a sus. Sus would be like this. Would it be the same as C2 over G? Well, here's C. C2. No. Because the G sus is like this. A G sus is almost like a C over G. C over G, because you have a C chord over the G. But a C2, in my opinion, is like this. A C has that second degree. Because a sus to me is like a suspended fourth right there. You have this one, here's G, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a C note over the G. But a C2, let's see, C2 would be like this. And the ninth would be like this. Here's a C2. And over G, It'd be like this. And that, to me, sounds like a, there's the 11th. It's like a G11. No, yeah, G11 chord. Or there's a G sus. Actually, so maybe you're right there. Wait, G sus the same as C. Or 2 was the C. C2 right there. Yeah, that's the way you look at it. Yeah, so I guess it is right. G sus. This is the G sus right here. Or C2 over G. Yeah, so you're right. Sorry about that. So it is the same. There's a C2 over G. That's also a G sus. Wow, I'm glad I looked a little deeper into that. I look like even more of a fool than I am already. Thanks for the great question, Robert. Very cool. All right, Rajesh. Hopefully that helps. And that's a great idea that you have right here. I mean, that is a video in itself right there to put together the C.A.G.E.D chords and look at how you could see modes easily over that in a very understandable way, unlike how I described it to you just now. But I'm sure there's an easy way to look at that, maybe with some graphs. You can kind of see how it's how it looks right there. So very, very cool. So yeah, if you want these graphs, email me at info@Cherry. I'll shoot them right over to you, and try to go through all the 7 positions and play just one scale. And that's really the beauty of it, is that you could play the modes all over the place and not get tied down to, well, here's C sharp minor. And when it goes to A, look, I got to move all the way to here, You could play it right up here where you are in C sharp minor. C sharp minor. Play the A right here. And understand the intervals of the mode right there. All right. Flubs and all. That's what you get. All right. Well, thank you guys very much for hanging out with me here today. I love yous. You're all great. Jess Roberts and Jeffrey Boyle. Awesome. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Scott Olson and Robbie Pekka Blues. Sorry if I missed anybody. Just going through here. K9. John. Great lesson. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. Some new people I've never seen before, and some regulars. Really appreciate it. Okay, went a little bit long. Wow, quite a bit long. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks for spending extra time, like overtime, here with me today. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a great week. Any ideas for any future lives, please let me know. That'd be really, really cool. So remember, be cool, be kind, be cherry. I'll see you in the next video. And if you want to see another video on a similar topic to this, I'll put that video right up there. As a matter of fact, this is a specific video that I'll put up there, which is the 3 notes per string and right up the neck, key of E. So check that video out. I love you, and I'll see you next week. All right. Have a good one, guys. Be cool.